Come to a Baddha Konasana, facing the long side of your mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to go wide. And take a moment here, just maybe closing your eyes, maybe keeping your eyes open, whatever feels more comfortable, but feel the sensation of your thighs, your sit bones grounding down into the mat, the outsides of the feet grounding down, the support underneath you, as well as whatever sensations are happening in your legs and your inner thighs in particular, maybe up your spine into your core and anywhere else in your body. Just take a moment to assess and breathe into a peaceful awareness of how you feel right here, right now. And when you're ready, open your eyes if they're closed and begin to really press the soles of the feet together. So we start to feel this activation now through the thighs. Now you can stay here, or if you want, with the hands behind you or hands free, lean back slightly so you can lift the feet up and continue pushing them together with the knees wide. Good, lower them down, lean forward, just stretch it out a little bit, but keep pressing the feet down into the floor so the legs stay active. Again, lean back. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Press the soles of the feet into each other. You can have your hands down, or maybe you even keep your feet down and then lean forward. Stretch it out, press the soles of the feet, the sides of the feet into the mat. One more time, lift up, press the feet into each other, and lower it down, lean forward, stretch it out. Maybe even imagine that you're gonna stand up on the outsides of your feet. That's how much you're pushing down, and feel that nice active stretching sensation. Come back up to sit on your sit bones, and however you like, just straighten your knees to bring the legs out wide. Even if the knees are bent, doesn't matter. Nice and gentle, take an inhale. We're just gonna lean over to the right, bringing the left arm over towards the right toes. Come back through center as you inhale and exhale over to the left, stretching the right arm over towards the left toes. Good, come back through center. As you exhale this time, clasp your hands over your head and pull your fingertips away from each other as you lean over to the right. So feeling an extra stretch with this pulling with the clasped hands in the left side body. Just hold on to that clasped hand position as you lean over now to the left and pull your hands away from each other. Just think about that right elbow reaching high and long away from the right toes. Keep pressing the heels down into the mat. Rise back up. One more time, lean over to the right. If it feels better for you to keep your hands clasped, you can. Otherwise, you can also reach and grab some part of your right leg with your left arm, wherever you are. Pull onto your hand or your leg and spin your left foot flat so the toes come down, and press as much as you can the outside of the left foot down towards the floor, activating the whole left side of the body, stretching it out. Good, rise back up through center and over to the right. So clasping the hands like we did before, or if you can grab some part of the left leg with the right hand, do that. Start pulling as you turn the right foot flat and press down the outside of the right foot, pulling with the arm to feel the stretch along the whole of the right side of the body. Good, rise back up. Relax your arms down, bend the right knee, so bring the right heel towards your hips, and twist your body around to the front of your mat, towards the right. Place your hands down where they would be like in a plank. Bend the left knee, spin it around, and tuck the toes under behind you. So moving kind of towards a pigeon pose. And now shift your weight into your hands and into that left toe to lift everything up and bring your right knee over to the right side of you and just lower everything down. So you're in a tree pose that's fallen over, a fallen tree. Now you can stay here and just relax, pressing gently that right knee into the mat to get that nice active stretch, or if you like, press up into a little push-up, bring the right knee back over to the left side, lower the hips and the knee down, lower the body down, get a little stretch through the right IT band, lift it up in a little push-up, and go back over to your fallen tree. Good, and here we'll all just spend one breath together, pressing the right knee into the floor. Breathe here, wiggle about wherever you need to wiggle, and then press into your hands, press the hips up and back. Walk the hands back towards your knee and rise up onto that left knee. So right leg is out to the side, and I want you to just shift your hips over towards the right, but keeping them facing forwards in what I like to call a baby warrior two. Clasp your hands and bring them behind your head, and then kind of slouch forward. So tuck the tailbone and stretch out through the front of the left hip. And once you're slouching, lean over to the right side and open your chest up. Undo that slouch, rise back up. So we're just flossing the obturator nerve, and this will help with a lot of hip mobility. So elbows together, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone, round to the spine. Lean it over to the right and open everything up. Lengthen through the spine, rise back up. One more time, elbows together, slouch it forward, tuck the tailbone. Lean over to the right, open everything up. Lengthen as you rise up. Good. Bring the hands down, walk them forward, tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee up, and just bring that right leg up and back behind you. You can bend the knee and open the hip. Just kind of wiggle about, shake about, whatever you feel you need to do. And then step that right foot forward, step the left foot to meet it, make your way to the front of the mat. Lengthen your spine nice and long as you shift your weight into your feet and fold into a forward fold, bending the knees, pedaling the feet, whatever feels good for you here. We'll roll up nice and gently to stand up. Reach the arms up overhead, look up, lift up tall, maybe even come up onto your tiptoes, give the glutes a squeeze if you're feeling like it, or just keep it nice and soft and simple. Fold down, bending the knees, making this nice and gentle and easy. Rise up halfway through the torso, find a length through the spine as you inhale. Bend the knees as much as you need to plant your hands flat, step or walk or jump back to a downward facing dog. Take an inhale and lift that right leg up nice and high just for a breath. As you exhale, bring the right knee forward towards your chest and rock the shoulders forward over the wrists. Bring your right ankle over to the left side of you as much as you can, and your knee forward in between your hands as you lower that shin down. Shimmy the left leg away from you to lower the hips down. Spin around back to where we started and bring the left knee bent. And start back to your Baddha Konasana again. Just take a moment here to assess how things are feeling differently. We've done a lot of work on the right side, but we've done some left side stuff too. So things are unbalanced, but we have done some work on either side, and it's always worth it just to take a moment to assess. When we assess how changes have occurred in our body based on exercises that we've done, then we get to know our body better. What works, what doesn't work. So moving on. So we'll straighten the right leg out now and twist around to the left. Lower your hands down on the mat. Allow the right toes to fall in and bend the knee. Shimmy that right leg over behind you. Just gently pivoting around towards the back of the mat in a little stretch here. Take your time here if you need to. I find this position right here just feels really nice. And all together we're gonna press into the right toes and lift our hips up to take the left knee over to the left side of us in a little fallen tree pose. So just like before, if you're feeling like this feels really nice and you just wanna stay here, then stay here. Or if you want, add a little push up, bring the left knee over to the right, lower the hips down, maybe lower the torso down, get a little IT band stretch, and we'll take it all the way back up through another push-up sort of thing, back into our fallen tree pose. And press that left knee down into the mat. Just making this a nice active stretch. Keep those glutes a little bit active. They don't have to be 100%, but just, 20% or so. Then with both feet flexed, lift up and press your hips back, walk your hands back, and lift your whole body up over the right knee. Left foot is pointing out to the left side. Bend a little bit more into that left knee. So we start to open up through the inner right thighs this time. Clasp your hands behind your head, just like before. Roll down, get slumpy, and tuck the tailbone at the same time. Then lean it over to the left as you open the elbows wide, open the chest up, and lengthen through your spine as much as you can as you rise back up. 2 more of those. So just breathing as you go. Maybe finding a little flow with it. Moving at your own pace, breathing as you go. Hopefully getting a little bit of a nice stretch through the front of the right thigh. Lower your hands back down, walk them up, and lift the right knee up. Bring that left leg up and back behind you. Shake it out, wiggle it around, bend and straighten the knee, whatever feels good for you here. And when you're ready, we'll step that left foot forward towards the front of the mat, step the right foot to meet it. Maybe you need to do it in a few steps. Lengthen your spine long. Inhale. As you exhale, fold down in a nice, comfortable forward fold. Just stretching and moving and pedaling the feet in whatever way works for you. Roll up, rise up, however you're feeling right now. To stand nice and tall, reach the arms up, look up. Lift up, maybe even rise up onto the tiptoes and give the glutes a good squeeze. As you exhale, gingerly, gently make your way back down into a comfortable forward fold. Inhale, find length through the spine once more. And as you exhale, bend the knees to plant the hands flat, step, or walk your feet back to a downward facing dog. Find a little bit of stillness here for a breath, and then lift the left leg up. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the left knee to the chin, to the chest, rock the shoulders forward, and think about bringing the left heel as far over to the right as you can, trying to get that left knee in between the hands as you lower the shin down. Shimmy the right leg back to lower the hips down. You can always stay here if you like the pigeon stretch, or when you're ready, kind of pivot everything back around to the long side of your mat and bring the right foot to meet the left, back where we began once again in our Baddha Konasana. And just take a moment here again to assess how everything's feeling in those lovely thighs of yours. Hopefully feeling a little bit more balanced out. And with a smooth, steady breath, just take a moment to feel in your body if it's right for you now to move on, take another class, or to repeat this flow.